All right, it was pretty good this morning and getting into the early afternoon, but now we're starting to see some intense thunderstorms roll on in. In fact, a severe thunderstorm warning has been set in place for Dougherty County. Was just 8 miles west of Albany, but now we're starting to see this particular storm move right over the city of Albany, Georgia, and it's going to continue to move to the southeast at around 30 miles per hour. This is a very quick moving thunderstorm in and out of an area relatively quickly. Nonetheless, you're seeing gusty winds, possibility of 60 miles an hour or more with this particular thunderstorm. A lot of frequent lightning and the potential for quarter-size inch hail is not out of the picture. Nonetheless, we're going to continue to monitor this throughout the next several hours here as this progresses through our viewing area. Most of the thunderstorm activity is off to the north within our region, and it looks like it's going to continue to stay there for the most part. We do have a slight chance of that severe weather to hold strong here all the way up to around 9 p.m. And the best potential for that severe weather is going to be around southwest Georgia and southeast portions of Alabama, and that's what we've got going on. It's all associated with this cold front that continues to sweep on through the area, and it looks like as we move into around 9 p.m. we're going to decrease this potential for severe weather significantly. Nonetheless, though, continuing to monitor it, we do have a couple of tornado watches still out for particular counties within our area. They are as follows. We're talking about Jackson County, Dougherty County, Miller County, and portions of Early County. You guys are all under that tornado watch until we get into about 8 p.m. this evening. Temperatures are starting to look rather warm, and it's all thanks to that warm, moist air being filtered in from the Gulf of Mexico into this cold front. Temperatures upper 60s around the coast, but as you move inland, you're talking about the low 70s still in the forecast. 70 degrees in Valdosta, along with that Waycross. We were discussing that cold front, and we're going to continue to see this as we progress into the late evening hours, keeping rain chances only around 20%, but where that 20% falls is where we're going to see some intense thunderstorms and possibly some heavy shower activity. Within the next 24 hours, a low pressure system is going to start to roll on in, and as we move into Sunday night, pushing into Monday morning, we're starting to see another really big increase in our shower activity and another big potential for severe weather as we progress into your Monday morning. At least as we get into tomorrow afternoon, expect the cloud cover, expect a little bit of shower activity, and as we make it into the late evening hours tonight, expect that dense fog. That's going to start to pop up as well. So fog advisories will be up for northern Florida and portions of southern Georgia and Alabama. So if you've got that early morning commute, make sure low beams instead of those high beams. 7-day forecast shows you, hey, pretty good stuff when it comes to those temperatures. Low 70s across the board. But for the most part, we're going to keep the wet stuff in the forecast dancing anywhere between 20 and 30%.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Time now to check in with Dave with a look at what's coming up next in sports. Hey, Dave.
Weather with Greg Bennett.
Well, we've definitely had an interesting night here across the Big Bend and southern Georgia areas, and we still have an interesting night ahead of us. Check it out. Look at all the scattered shower and some weak thunderstorm activity already moving on in to Thomasville, and it's going to continue to move to the south and to the east as well as we make it into the rest of this evening, pushing into the early morning hours as we get into your Sunday. Definitely some dense fog out there that we have to worry about around those coastal waterways moving inland around Leon County. You saw the tower cam out there. We're already starting to see that thick fog really start to develop across northern Florida. And on top of that, we're going to continue to see these showers and some weak thunderstorms as well. Now, the possibility of these increasing into severe weather, not necessarily out of the picture just yet. We're going to continue to monitor them, especially a couple of these rather medium-sized thunderstorms rolling through Thomasville. Starting to see some frequent lightning with them and some heavier rainfall. But nonetheless, it looks like they've stalled out to about this intensity. We're going to continue to monitor them throughout the next 45 minutes or so, but it looks like they may be on their way to dissipating throughout the next hour. Nonetheless, a lot of shower activity today. It looks like we're going to continue this as we make it into the early morning hours and as we make it into the afternoon. Temperatures are going to stay relatively warm tonight, and the reason why is because of that warm, moist air filtering in and all this cloud cover keeping in the heat across the surface of northern Florida and southern Georgia and Alabama. 66 degrees currently in Tallahassee, 63 in Valdosta and 61 degrees in Moultrie. Now, I want you to remember these numbers because we're going to go straight on to the dew points, and I want to show you these dew points because they are incredibly close to those air temperatures, if not the exact same temperatures. 65 degrees in Tallahassee, 68 degrees in Bainbridge, 59 in Valdosta, 59 Moultrie. What does this mean? Air temperature very close to the dew point temperature. This means we're seeing a large amount of moisture within our region, meaning a lot of dense fog, meaning the possibility of shower activity. And we did see that shower activity on our local radar system. Better idea of where the showers are across the southeast. Here they are, that cold front rolling on through. It's moving relatively quickly at around 30 miles an hour or so. Some of these storms are moving, and we are going to be getting rid of this cold front as we make it into tomorrow afternoon. But what's coming up next is another low pressure system, and this is going to develop a second cold front as we make into the next 12 to 24 hours. Filtering in a lot of energy from the Gulf of Mexico. Shower activity will be involved starting, of course, into the afternoon, another 20% chance, but will increase to a 30% chance as we make it into Sunday night, pushing into Monday morning and holding strong throughout the afternoon. Nonetheless, temperatures not too shabby out there, Greg. Low 70s in the forecast.
Very good. Thank you, Greg. Dave is in next with sports. Stick around.